We got ourselves together Team G-Funked. On that team, we got ourselves Mars are going to be first up. Holy Moly in the back with Archie as well as Jesus on the death. We got ourselves Ballers going to be first up as a caster tried to summon Vile Fiend. On the team, we got Chicago Zug, we got Seamark, we got ourselves Hunter, we got ourselves Speedful. Join these duels and Ballers. This is going to be the first one out for the night. Or first one up for this duel. Try to see if you can might be able to beat Marza. As Marzi charging out. Oh, I love your Mog. Gonna be full wings roaring with the Night Fate Blessing. Should be able to ramp up quite a lot of damage. Ball is trying to go for a cast of fear onto Marza. It's gonna get interrupted. Dark Pack getting used. Now it's gonna be poured behind the pillar. I don't know if his Fleshcraft already got burned through him or just never saw one up to begin with. But Marza tried to use Soul Shape in order to get around the corner to catch up to Ballas. Does hit him with a Mortal Coil with the fear running in the other direction. As he's trying to set up a Decimating Bolt, she'll be able to burn through a Shield of Vengeance, and Demon Bolts are flying. No, this time I think he changed up the gameplay a bit. I think he's playing a normal Felguard build, so he's no longer playing like a Shadow build. He's just playing a normal Felguard build. Stun onto Marza, does a bit of better CC together with the Felguard. As Bala is just trying to get even more pets up and running, even more Demon Doggers up and running. Is he playing tier set? I'm trying to see how many Demon Doggers he's got. Hodge the Ballas as it's going to be stunned on all the pets. As Marza trying to get some damage out onto the Warlock. Gonna be the wall for the lock. Trying to get some Demon Doggers in there. I think he was playing triple Demon Doggers build. I saw 3 little purple portals. Gonna be a Mortal Coil, putting the Paladin in the corner with the Nitrate Paladin going for the fastest cast of fear onto the Tyrant. Stun onto Marza, might have to bubble it as Ballas just got so much damage for him. The Tyrant is returning. Should be able to maybe get a couple casts if that bubble falls off. Marza trying to land inside the Tyrant whenever he can. It looks like Tyrant is gonna be disappearing. Marza just trying to build up a little bit extra damage, a little bit extra holy power to maybe take a lot of momentum into Ballas. Has a Shield of Vengeance backup already. I guess it is kind of short CD. It's only about 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes have already passed, so I guess it makes sense. As Marza just continuing to get Wake of Ash. Is he playing Wake of Ash procs? He might be playing. I don't think he's playing tier set because I'm not seeing any Seraphims ever. But he's getting those Wake of Ashes onto those pets, stunning him and actually putting suppression to the pets. Mortal Coil with the fear onto the Pala. As he's getting sent in the other direction. Decimating Bolt, maybe with big Demon Bolts to follow. Demon Doggers do charge in. They are if Ballas is playing the right build. Actually, no, he's not. He's playing Vile Fiend build. Not that he's playing the wrong build or anything, but he's not playing a build where from the shadows where the Demon Doggers pets, when they bite, they put a debuff on the enemy where they take more Shadow Flame damage. And Demon Bolt is all Shadow Flame. So you go with a Decimating Bolt, amp up your Demon Bolts, 10 on Demon Doggers, the debuff the target, they take more Shadow Flame damage. It is just brutal. But the Demon Doggers by themselves with Vile Fiend and the Felguard are all doing a lot of work. Marza only has a Blessing of Protection against these pets. Quite a lot of pets from Ballas are melee though, so Blessing of Protection is going to help him quite a bit. Looks like the Felguard getting absolute chunked out, and Marza is having to get hit with a fear for Ballas to be able to summon a fresh new Felguard charging out versus Ballas. Ball and Pony. Wings roaring, so Ballas is gonna get himself a Tyrant. That Tyrant is gonna be huge in case Marza goes for a Blessing of Protection. James and big Demon Bolt as he tried to get a fear onto that pin. It was such a good fear, probably the fastest cast in the West, but not enough. As Ballas just was like, you know what? I know you're gonna fear my Tyrant, so I'm just gonna summon him. Get a Decimated Bolt with a couple of Demon Bolts in. He did it, boys. Oh my goodness. The Paladins do go down by the looks of things. Holy Moly is going to be up next, having some Demon Dogs going to send at him. Dustblade, the triple shield Lego. You got that fire shield together with a Frosty, overlapping one another, and with a prismatic barrier on top of it. Mix of purple, orange, and bluish. Ballas is going to have a caster of a duel with this guy. Trying to pull the pet back is going to get Vile Fiend as well as other pets. Just sending him out on Holy Moly, letting the pets do damage from a distance. As Ballas pokes out to get a stun, Decimating Bolt, Demon Bolts behind the pillar. Just kind of poke it out to punish Holy Moly whenever he can, porting just to make sure there's line inside of Holy Moly. Is trying to go for a polymorph, also trying to make sure he doesn't get interrupted. Triple shields a backup just to keep himself alive, maybe landing a poly. Ballas does play Reflect, so maybe could reflect some burst. Potentially might want to go Reflect here. Holy Moly just blasting himself with combustions, trying to see if he can remove the Reflect. Looks like he was able to get rid of it, but it's still so low health. Gonna be a Mortal Coil with Demon Doggers. Holy Moly might have to Ice Block it. It's gonna be Ice Block with Cauterize. Super unfortunate that it happened, but at least the Ice Block is actually providing some healing, because only now, in just a couple of seconds, we are finally diving into that Dampener, boys. Holy Moly looking for that reset behind the pillar, blasting out the pet with a couple of Fire Blast fireballs. And Ballas is just gonna kind of poke out close enough just to get the Vile Fiend in there, trying to stay close so you can keep his Felguard healed up and topped off. Ballas is gonna continue summoning in more pets with holy moly, sending out those decimated bolts, demon bolts. Does not have the decimated bolt amping him up just yet. Holy moly has combustion back up and ready to go though. Stun around the corner, Ballas pushing in, getting some demon doggers in, Mortical into holy moly, decimated bolt is holy moly's kind of low on health, could be really bad for holy moly, does go for the breath. It looks like he's going for the reset. Ballas is gonna have a lot of damage. Holy moly with the polymorph. Does land it. The best could just send Holy Moly right there. Wait, the Felguard is just trying to do his best to blast those shields. It's going to be Radiant Spark with the Reflect. Holy Moly better be careful trying to see if he can spell steal the Reflect, but the pets are still doing work. He's going to turn the attention of combustion to melt through the Felguard as fast as possible. Just blasting him out to smithereens, but the Felguard might just kill him. Oh no, all the time. Just trying to end that thing as fast as he can. The Felguard could have just ended it though. There it goes. Ballas have to summon a new one. Holy moly, no health whatsoever. Ballas just needs a little bit more pressure to holy moly. No ice block, no cauterites, demon doggos. That just might be enough actually, unless he gets another shield. Nova. Holy moly is not just trying to fight for his life. At this point, you're not even just trying to get combustion back or anything. You're just trying to fight and do what you can. That's all you can do right now. As Ballas got himself dark back, flesh god. He's actually fully healthy. Freeze and freeze coming out for holy moly. With dude, holy moly, this guy actually literally this guy is actually still alive. I can't believe it. 7 minutes into this duel, 60% dampening, recovering health little by little. Look at this guy go. He's actually getting a little bit of healing as the shields do get depleted. Tyrant joining in. Ballas is just gonna get those pets rolling. Tyrant charging out to holy moly, trying to get the line of sight. Is probably gonna have to get an interrupt on a Tyrant, right? It's going to be sipping up from the Kyrian friend. Going for that Panda racial just to interrupt that Tyrant. Going to be a polymorph onto Ballas. Does not have reflect. Somehow still alive. And Ballas just needs a few more pets. Just a bit more damage. And holy moly, I think he's trying to see if he might be able to get himself somehow 30 seconds. If you just can wait 30 seconds, he might be able to get an ice block. All the time. Combustion up very, very soon. All the time is going to give him back a little bit of health. Not a lot. Oh. I was rooting for him too, man. I was rooting for him too. G-Funk is going to be up next. Big Harpoon with a Death Chakra towards Ballas. It is going to actually Death Chakra bounce towards one of the pets. It's a double exposure for Ballas. Does go for a massive port to just to bail away from G-Funk completely. Hits him with the Mortal Coil as G-Funk rounds the bend. Decimated Bolt. G-Funk does go for a feign death. Ballas still has those empowered Demon Bolts either way. Trying to blast him out of G-Funk's face. Stunned right after. Trigger for G-Funk with a second stun to follow. Double stun onto him. It's going to be G-Funk with a Turtle Shell. Manic Bench actually playing a super defensive. Big defensive just got used. As Ballas with a Flesh Cap trying to bait G-Funk out of the turtle shell. Just like, come on, I got a flesh cow just chilling right here. You can come out of the turtle. You can come out of your shell, young friend, and get me a big old muzzle interrupt. And G-Funk is going to have to bust out of that shell because he's going to have to do everything to fight this. What is that camo? Almost got away with it too. What the? He just camoed right in front of those pets as he got Demon Dog a bit on. And that's going to be Tyrant joining the fight. G-Funk might be under a ton of pressure. Tyrant going to cast off. It's going to get him so low. The pets are doing so much work. Fade down. Wait, send the pets back in. Ballas, send the pets. Yeah, there you go. Send the pets back in. Tyrant. Nope. Tyrant, turn around. Stop hitting that Kevin Slime. What the? Demon Dog is being by G-Funk. Does go down. Ballas. Just absolutely dismantling boys. Decimating him out of this arena. With Arhi charging out. Quick Fury onto Ballas. Could go. Big stun on that Void Eruption Trinkets, but he's still interrupted. Mortal Coil, he just got to CC. There's nothing he can do about it. Decimated Multifollow does land a stun in between. Gonna be that pets of his own. Gonna be pet class versus pet class. Ballas might just have to go for a wall here to get all this cast off. Maybe Reflect versus the burst out of Arhi. Is gonna go for a wall to try to see if he can survive this. Hand Gold Donis is trying to get some pets. Ballas have no help whatsoever. Needs a Reflect or something. Decimated Bolt getting set up versus Arhi. No Reflect. Nope. And Arhi does end up taking him out. Charged out, barraged him with a PI. Got his own pets rolling too. His pets are a little bit strong, just a little bit stronger. Without the Tyrant, Arhi can get a really, really powerful mage. Just scatter onto Arhi with a trinket to explode onto Arhi with a full burst and tear set burst. Oh my god, Hunter with a barrage of just rapid fire. What is that? Just so strong. He used Volley in order to activate Trick Shots, so that his Rapid Fire does 30% more damage thanks to the tier set. I think he might be just using the 2-piece of his tier set too. Flash got down for Arhi, trying to get a Void Eruption versus Hunter. Hits him with a stun, gonna be feigning death for the Hunter for a second, as he's just gonna try to see if he can dodge the pets, at least dodging the Siphon. And is gonna be able to fork on that Siphon for a little. Try to use the big boom cannon, dude. Literally a cannonball on a stick. That is the funniest looking. It's literally a cannonball on a stick. Bro, this gun looks so good. Are he gonna hit with a scatter shot? Is that gonna be a trinket? No, it's gonna be a chakram. Maybe with rapid fire. Does not get the rapid fire as the shaman, as the shadow priest dips behind the pillar. The reason I said shaman is because Arhi is normally shaman, but he's trying out something different, dude. He's trying shadow priest. So to an interrupt, he's trying to get himself a heal. Gonna be a small shield for Arhi. Does activate Megalomania. Stun into Hunter. Should have himself ability to move while casting all these spells. Looks like exactly what he's gonna be doing. Silence on a Hunter as he goes for feign death, removing all those dots from Arhi. Scatter. Does he have the pet damage? Does he have the trinket damage? Gonna be the rapid fire. Massive damage to Arhi. Does he go for a defensive? He has nothing real left. Trying to give himself a heal. Does get quite a bit big heals though. Trap waiting for him on around the other side of the corner. Hunter going for survival the fittest for damage reduction as he's charging at Arhi, just poking out for a second. Again, traps around the corner. Arhi just immunes him completely. Scythe gonna do some damage, percentage damage to Hunter. He better be careful. He does activate trick shots, but couldn't quite do anything with the trick shots. Trick shots activated from volley would give him at least 30% more damage to aim shots and rapid fires. But it does take a global, so it's like it takes a bit of a setup. He doesn't even necessarily need to get those arrows from volley to rain on Arhi. He just needs to get him out anywhere just so he can activate trick shots for 7 seconds or 6 seconds. It just gives you like amplification trick shots, so aim shots and rapid fire, which normally trick shots just gives you cleave on your rapid fire and aim shots, but with the tier set, abilities empowered by trick shots also do 30% more damage. And whenever you spend enough focus, you gain trick shots, or charge of trick shots. So that kind of like the freebie AoE with a bit of single target potential for marksman hunter tier set. Big rapid fire into Arhi. Actually, in such a deadly situation, had to go for a greater fade into a short flash cut, trying not to get interrupted. Hunter still has a kick in case he needs it. Fear onto Arhi by Arhi as he lands a trap onto the shaman, onto the shadow priest. Quick feign death, but does put himself in a horror as he's dotted up fully. Arhi goes in for full void eruption. The Spets are gonna do a lot of damage. Needs to interrupt the Spets if he can. Rapid fire onto Arhi again. Hunter having to go for a turtle. Still dotted up. Still lots of pressure from these pets. Could be in trouble. As Arhi still has PI on him. That PI I think enhances the pets as well, right? Because whenever he gets PI, the pets also get haste increases too. Gonna be a execute attempt by Arhi, but does do a bit of damage to himself. Gonna be some Shadowlands. Hunter activating himself. Huge volley. Potentially big death shotgun. Rapid fire around the corner. Arhi. Oh, blasted him out with a line of sight. That's exactly what this man was trying to do. There it is, boys. That's the burst the Hunter can do. But the the death and decay on the ground from Jesus DK. I mean, he's just gonna end up stepping into that puddle. Trinket on the oh, it's not a trinket. That's something else. What is that? Is that like an offhand weapon? Next to Jesus, what is that? That's a little ball thing. That is an offhand from I think is the Warlock from Bala. And Hunter continuing to chug along, man. He's trying not to die. He doesn't have camo for a while. Does get a feign death, so he does get himself a bit of a reset. I love this man trying out marksman though, dude. I love this. Yo, marksman still has it hard in PvP, don't they? I think they need a heal, man. Like Mending Bandage. Maybe Mending Bandage would make him way too good, but that was well done. Into a stun into Hunter. Does have a double tap ready to go. I think maybe a volley. Hunter is going to take a lot of damage here. Does get a freezing trap onto Jesus. That's going to be Army of the Dead joining after him. Does throw a trinket next to Jesus. I don't think he's going to get hit by it. Feign death by Hunter for a second. Does he get a camo? Looks like he at least gets a binding shot on all those pets. He's still just in a tight spot. Does get a camo to walk away. What the? He does get a camo. Does drop down to volley, but this is where Jesus is gonna back up behind the pillar, not gonna run into it. Maybe Hunter could just DPS the pet. Looks like Jesus is gonna be replacing the pets out. Maybe sacrifice the main pet for the new one. Gonna be the death shock him. Gonna burn through a flash cup Jesus as well. Body shot around the corner. Setting in the pet. The pet is gonna get rooted though. Hunter trinkets out. Freezing trap onto Jesus. Does trinket out of it. Gonna be, if he can keep him in there next to the trinket, could be pretty big. Hunter trying to go for big rapid fire. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Jesus does get himself a little bit of health recovery, I think, with the battle master trinket. So he does get himself barred health. Hunter just needs a couple more of those rapid fires around the corner, and he might be able to do this. Jesus going for the death bag, but honestly doesn't gain a lot of health out of it. Mostly just getting a lot of necrotics. Look at the health he got. It's very, very little. I feel like his health barely moved an inch. If Jesus is not careful, this could be really bad for him. If only Hunter was Kyrian, by the way, he would not have to deal with line of sight at all. Death shot coming into Jesus. Scatter shot to follow. Make sure there's no stun. Gonna be huge explosion. Jesus has no health at all. Wait, does it take him out? Hunter might be low in health. Harder than a Jordan. No, there's no way, bro. This Hunter, bro. No, no way. Balls with the 3 kills. Haunter finishing off for his team. Let's go, boys. Oh my god, this guy, dude. Our Marksman Hunter's back.